Welcome to MarcusG.TV. I'm Chef Marcus Juliano. I'm a chef on a mission. Today's mission is the 80-10-10 diet, and specifically my diet. I've had some frustrations in my diet lately, and I've actually gained about 10 pounds, and I'm actually really frustrated. As if you've been following my 80-10-10 updates in the beginning of the year for the first 3-4 months, 5 months, I had phenomenal results. And throughout the course of the summer, you know, I've been really strict on certain foods. Like for the first time all year, I actually had something fried the other day, and it was just, you know, somebody had put a samosa in front of me with chickpea sauce, a chickpea gravy, and they had made it special, and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do now? You know, it's just like, ugh. I ended up eating it, regretfully, but I did eat it. So my diet, when I was doing the 80-10-10 in the first 4 months of the year, 5 months of the year, 6 months of the year, I wasn't super strict. I was sort of maybe raw till 4 certain days, and other days I was 80-10-10, 100% raw, getting my pound of greens in. And I noticed back in early August, I stopped doing the pound of greens a day. And I think that was like sort of the turning point of the success of that regime or that diet. After I stopped doing the pound of greens a day, all of a sudden I started gaining a pound here, a pound there, a pound there, and I'm probably up 10, 11 pounds right now from where I'd hit that equilibrium point where I was feeling great. Am I doing a lot of fruits and veggies still? I'm doing a ton of fruits and veggies still, but one thing I started doing, interesting enough, I started eating more beans and more cooked grains, and of course I've eaten a lot of wheat, a lot of whole wheat pasta along the way throughout that, you know, end of summer and middle of summer and through. And I just don't know if the wheat is probably not doing me any good. First of all, I just got muscle tested from a kinesiologist, and supposedly I'm allergic to the wheat bran, but not the wheat germ. So I'm allergic to part of it, or have a sensitivity to part of the wheat, but not all of the wheat. So if I wanted to take like wheat germ oil, I could, but not wheat bran. So that was really the frustrating part. So through all this, I'm really trying to figure out what is the exact best plan. I love beans, I love rice, and I can just eat endless bowls of that and really feel great on it, but of course with no added fat. A key to the 80-10-10 diet is no extracted fat. So I've been really diligent on that, where I don't add fat to things. I don't cook with fat. I try to cook, you know, no fat, and I try to keep that fat level really low. But it's really interesting because I'm at a point where I like to eat cooked food. I like the raw till 4 concept. I really love that raw till 4 concept. But it's at a point where I might need to get back those pound of greens a day. I'm not sure where something has gone wrong, but it's just really frustrating to know that hey, I did all this progress, and now it's all of a sudden this is where I'm at, and it's a matter of just, you know, now refocusing and going back. Has anybody experienced, you know, I mean, I've read Joel Furman, I've read Bernard, I've read all the books, and you know, Furman likes his G-bombs, his greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, and his berries. He loves that, and he says that's, you know, one of the ideal diets. And so I was like, oh wow, that sounds like a great plan. I love all of that. That's things that I just love. But since beginning of August, I've been under a lot of stress. So I've been sort of stress eating. My chef had left here at the restaurant, and I've been in the kitchen almost every single day. I've just hired 3 people this last week to alleviate myself, because I've been working in my business, where I've been actually taking a job, filling a position instead of working on my business. And if you watch my blog, 50mistakes.com, you know that I'm a firm believer that you work on your business, not in your business. You don't occupy a position. So I had just hired 3 people, but I was taking my time to hire people. I wanted to revamp the kitchen. I wanted to simplify things. I wanted to sort of systematize things that had not been systematized prior to that. So I did a lot of positive work in the kitchen, and I wanted to trial test it myself and prove to the other staff that, hey, this is how you do it. And I was able to really bring some people up in our organization. However, I'm still short-staffed, so we're hiring 3 people, and we just hired 3 people. So hopefully that'll really get me back to focusing on the details of eating properly, instead of just picking and eating and go, because I'm the kind of person who just, oh, here's a bowl of beans and rice, that's great, let me have 2 bowls of beans and rice, and by the time you know it, I'm full, and I haven't had a chance to eat my greens for the day. And I think the greens were a really important part of the success, or my success, of the 80-10-10 diet, low-fat diet, raw till 4 diet. So I'm really excited to really now say, okay, I'm going to focus back on those pound of greens a day. Because when I ate those pound of greens a day, that would actually fill me up, and then I didn't really have room for other things, and it just created this whole positive roller coaster effect. So I think I'm going to go get my pound of greens right now before I head out and run this morning. I'm going to run in about 45 minutes. So I'm Chef Marcus Giuliano. What has been your successes, downfalls in 80-10-10, raw till 4? What do you think the key points are of those diet programs, and what are your opinions on Joel Fuhrman? What are your opinions on cooked food? Go ahead and leave a thread here and let me know your opinions. Of course, I know everybody's different, so I'm just expressing the opinions that I think have worked and not worked for me. I'm Chef Marcus Giuliano. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please hit like, subscribe to my channel, and definitely pass it on.